I know you're not going to believe this, and to be honest, I don't blame you. My mum is 5'2", and my dad is no taller than 5'10". He used to claim he's 6 foot, but when I stand next to him, I dwarf him. I'm one of the tallest in my whole family on my dad and my mum's side. I'm probably like the second or third tallest out of like 50 of us. I'm 6'3". My dad's 5'10" ish. My mum's 5'2". Somehow it's possible. And like I even remember in college where this guy in my year, his mum and dad were both over 6 foot tall, and he was like 5'9", 5'10", which is not short. 5'9" and 5'10" isn't short. But you would think he's way above 6 foot. None of my parents are even 6 foot tall, and I'm how 6'3". The way to actually gain height, I'm not gonna say there's a crack in the matrix and there's a specific potion I took that miraculously made me just grow like 5 inches because I'm supposed to be like 5'4". There is no like there's actual secret potion, but I do believe there are certain things that you do that will stunt your growth or that will elevate how tall you actually become. Because at the end of the day, yes, it is genetics. Everything in your life, all your appearance, everything that's a part of you is all genetics. Genetically, I'm not meant to be 6'3". If my dad's 5'10" and my mum's 5'2". My sister is about 5'4", and my half brother is about 5'10" or 11, the same height as my dad. And I've just like surpassed both of them. And my half brother's almost double the age as me. You stop growing at your early 20s. People say, oh, you stop growing when you're 18 or you're 16. It's all bullshit. You stop growing in your 20s, completely growing, your 20s. Your feet stop growing, your height stops growing, your hands, everything will stop. But your brain doesn't stop developing until you're about mid-20. But we're just talking about height, so I'm just gonna say stop growing around your early 20s. So if you're below 20 years old, you got a bit of time. This is what I would advise you. If you're below the age of 20, so if you're a teenager, you need to stop eating the oily shit. If the more oily stuff you consume will literally stunt your health, will literally stunt the tool that you grow. If you're gonna eat junk food, I used to do every single Friday, I used to do swimming lessons, and I would go to McDonald's. My family would take me to McDonald's. We'd do my swimming lesson on Friday, and we'd go to McDonald's after. They were great times, bro. And like it's funny because I'm saying, oh, like it's oily. I'm talking about oily foods that stunt your growth. Oily foods like chicken wings. Oily foods like KFC. Oily foods like fast food grease. McDonald's isn't that greasy if you think about it. But something like KFC, something that's just really just drenched in oil, that's gonna stunt your growth, bro. And especially if you're young and if you want to be tall, and if you're thinking, oh, I'm like 5'4" at 17, and you're doing, you're not treating your health right, you will be short. Somehow, like myself, somehow there are people who just somehow just got tall. I didn't take my health that seriously when I was younger. I was a skinny kid. I never really ate properly. I ate whatever my mum or my dad made me, which was good food. But I would never go out my way how to learn to cook until it was about 2020. When I was about 18, 19, when I was like, okay, I've been in the gym for quite a long time and now I actually want to see how to cook and stuff. If you're 17, if you're a teenager and you want to get taller, you're not happy with how tall you are, you're insecure about how tall you are, there's two things that you need to go about it. You need to improve your diet because diet is so important with everything that you do. If you have a good enough diet, you'll be able to think properly, you can be able to read properly, you can be able to, be present in a conversation with someone. Don't underestimate eating good food. If you're going to treat yourself to junk every single day or most days of the week and you're overweight and you're depressed, because it's what you're consuming, what you're putting inside your body, you don't realize that. And you need to be able to not get upset or not to be able to be stressed over a situation that you can't control. If you're a short person or if you consider yourself short and you're not happy about it and you look after your health and you train. By the way, training doesn't stunt your growth. That's a load of bullshit as well. I've been tall my whole life. I've been training almost half my life and I haven't lost any height. The only thing that training does do is that as you get wider, the tallness, the illusion of being tall kind of dies down a bit because now you're blocky. If you're skinny and you're tall, you can clear, you can tell clear as day that you're a tall guy. When I was skinny, everyone told me I was lanky, I was tall, I was this. But now I'm a lot bigger. No one really tells me I'm tall anymore. People do, but it's not as much as I got back in school. Being able to look after your health and not being stressed over certain things will allow you to get a bit more height. But if you're going to be stressed, if you're not going to take your diet seriously, if you're not going to train, you will probably stay short. Regardless of the genetics, you have certain genetics in your body, but if you're not going to help those genetics, it's like when you're born and when when you eat whatever you eat when you're a child, and then when you're a teenager, you're probably, some people are overweight, some people are skinny, some people are normal size, some people put on weight more than other people. Yes, some people just eat more food, but some people are just more prone to putting more weight on. But if they train, they can fight those genetics, those genetics that allow them to hold more fat on their body. Because some people hold more fat than others. If you're 5'2", someone who's 5'2", someone who's 5'10", the one with 5'2" is gonna clearly hold more weight on him because he's got a smaller frame on him. These sort of genetics are easy to fight off. You can fight these off if you just work a little bit hard. That's all you need to do. So if you're gonna complain, oh, I want to get taller, oh, my friend is taller than me, oh, like I'm insecure about my height, and you're not doing anything about it because you can literally do something about it, then stay short. I'll be real. Don't underestimate your diet because eating the right food is so important for every aspect of your body, your brain, the way you think, the way you consume information, the way you remember information, the way how your body looks, the skin on the condition of your skin. This is all about what you consume and what you do with your body. So like I said, if you're short and you want to put a bit of height on and you're not prioritizing your health, you will probably be short unless you've got these golden genetics of you can do whatever you want to your body and still be over 6 foot tall by the age of 15. I think I hit 6 foot tall. I think I hit 6 foot by the time I was in year 9 or year 10. So I was probably about 14 or 15. I haven't really grown since. I've probably grown a few inches, but I think most of my height came when I was probably about 14 or 15, maybe 16. But other people's growth sprouts come at completely different times. Like I said, if you start growing at 20 years old or your early 20s, you might start growing when you're 19 or 20. Just because you're 15 and you're 5'4" doesn't mean that you're done, you're cooked. But it does mean that you need to attempt to eat and look after your body, and that might potentially allow you to get taller and be more confident. If you look after your health, you might get a bit taller. Don't neglect your health because it's more important than you think.